Hello and welcome to Tech Raven. Well, today I've got one for you photographers, and more to the point, I've got one for Canon mirrorless photographers. Now this is Canon's new SC3 Hotshoe cover, and this is a rubber marigold glove. Now bear with me with that one because I'm going to come back to that in a minute and explain why I've got it. Now there's a lot of videos on YouTube about the struggles that people are having on how to actually remove this from newer cameras like this Canon R5 MKII. So this is not to be confused with the smaller SC2, which is the one that comes with cameras like the Canon R6 MKII, which is what I'm recording this video on right now. This is the new larger one, and people are really struggling to take it on and off this camera. Now, nobody has figured out how to do it except me, because there's basically, I've got two words here: weather sealing, because on the inside of this you've got a little rubber weather sealing gasket, and that is the key that everybody seems to be forgetting about, and that is why everybody is struggling to get this off, when in fact it's really easy to get it off once you actually know about this rubber gasket, and why I'm going to use this as a demonstration in a second. So at the end of the day, Canon have designed this as a weather sealing hot shoe cover to protect all the intricate bits of circuitry inside this hot shoe, all the little connector pins and so on and so forth. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to demonstrate why I've got this glove here. So at the end of the day, let me just pop this on so I can show you what I mean. Now this is rubber, kind of latex material, and this is just a shiny fake wood tabletop. Now if I just lightly rest my hand on here and drag it across, it moves quite easily. But if I push down hard into it like this and then try and move, it's gripping and it's hardly going anywhere at all. So that is enough of that. So let me get rid of that. Now on the top of the camera here, you've got like a little plastic bit around the hot shoe. Now don't worry, I've shot a little close-up video of this, which I'm going to roll in a second to show you. But you've got this little bit of plastic around this hot shoe here. So when this cover goes on, the weather sealing gasket underneath grips against this bit of plastic around the outside of the actual hot shoe. So basically what that means is, if you push this button down and then you're pushing on this like that to try and pull it back, it's never going to come off, because you can see I'm really struggling here and it's not going anywhere. Even though I'm pushing the button down at the back, it won't go because I'm actually pushing down and pushing that weather sealing gasket on this SC3 into the plastic of the camera. Whereas if I just put my nail onto this bit here and pull it back, you can see it just pops off really easy. Why? Because I'm doing backwards pressure and not downwards pressure. Like I said, I've shot a little close-up video explaining about this, so let me just roll that clip now so it's really clear. Okay, so just so you can see, for comparison purposes, this is the SC2 that comes with the EOS R6 MKII compared to the larger SC3. So what I'm going to do to demonstrate how easy it is to get off, I'm just going to basically use this letter opener here so my hands aren't in the way. And rather than pushing down on this, because if you push down on that button and then you try and push it back like this, your fingers are going to basically be pushing into this. So again, if I push down here and then I'm grabbing it here and trying to come back, it's not going to move because that gasket underneath is gripping the edge. So using this letter opener, so my fingernail isn't in the way, normally you just put your fingernail behind that and pull back this way. But because my finger will get in the way, I'm just going to demonstrate using this letter opener instead. So what you do is, you're just basically going to be pushing back this way on this. And as you do it, you can see that it's moving back really easily. And that's it. It's just basically come off really quick and easy. Let me just demonstrate that again. So again, using my fingernail, put the letter opener down. I'm just going to be pulling back this way, like that. And you can see how easy that comes off, really quick and easy. Now, if I show you inside this, you can see here that along the edge, you've got this kind of rubber bit inside. So the edge part here is very soft and squidgy. As you can see, it just bends. But so does this inner section here, look. You see how that's bending as well? So this inner gasket all the way around there is soft and rubbery, as is the edge. Now that inner gasket there is what grips onto this hard plastic bit all the way around the edge of the hot shoe. So again, you've got that soft rubber gasket on the inside that's gripping onto that. So again, if you actually try and push down on that while you're trying to remove it, it's not going to come back. But if you use your fingernail, it just comes back because you're sliding it backwards. So there we are. I hope that was clear. once and for all, and hope you have a lot more luck and success removing this in future. Okay, so here I've got my Canon R5 Mark II on the left and an R6 Mark II on the right, just so you can see the difference. The Hotshoe is exactly the same, the design on both of them. There's no difference there at all. Well, a tiny difference, which I'll get to in a minute, but that basically means the SC3 cover will fit onto the R6 Mark II. However, it's not quite as snug a fit because the actual Hotshoe on the R5 Mark II sits flush, a lot more closer to the body, if that makes sense. Whereas on the R6 Mark II, it's a little more raised. So the weather sealing gasket on the SC3 doesn't seal quite as well around the edges. Okay, so that brings us neatly to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, maybe I'll see you again in the next one. Till then, bye for now.